Well, I hadn't been to an auction. I haven't even done any videos in a couple weeks. And then auction this morning, and lo and behold, I had to buy something, right? So I picked up these two John Deere F145 plows. One's a 4-bottom, one is a 5-bottom. Basically, I'm going to take two of them and build a 4-bottom plow for the 730 at some point in time. Mostly, I got the 5-bottom because it had a cylinder on it, and the shares and the moldboards seem to be a little bit better on the 5-bottom than they do on the 4-bottom. The 4-bottom seems to have, you can tell there, it's got a little bit of wear right there. Basically, I think between the two, I can build one good plow. So I only have one coulter on the whole setup, so that's kind of not exciting. But the coulter, I actually have all of the coulter brackets, which is good to see. But I only have one coulter. Not necessarily that I need a coulter where I'm at, but we'll have to see. There's a reason a lot of them have been taken off. So like I said, this one came with the cylinder. That's why I wanted this 5-bottom. And for the price of both of them, I paid $75 for this one, and I paid $125 for this one, for the 5-bottom. So, I mean, price-wise, I'm into them pretty good. They both have good tail wheels. They're cracked, but they both seem to hold air. I haven't seen any cracks or breaks or anything like that on either of these plows yet. So that is a good sign. I mean, if I've got to get some new shins or something like that, that's perfectly fine. But I mean, you're going to have to replace some wear parts. But I think this is the newer of the two, based on the old decal of the Leaping Deer. And that seems to have the 4-legged decal right there, or what's left of it. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting. Maybe these aren't coulter brackets, because that's the coulter. Wonder if it's a different type of, maybe it's a straight shank, and this is the round shank. So I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure they had this one on this last one for, to make the, edge of the furrow straight. That would be my guess, but you can see some of the wear right here. And whereas this one doesn't have, we'll come over here. This one doesn't have as much wear. It's still got some wear, but it doesn't have as much. I can use these parts. I mean, this doesn't have to be perfect for, like 5 acres over 5 years, something like that. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Not looking for it to be perfect. So, yeah, this is a couple things, or 2 things that I bought. There's my first brake. I just noticed that evidently this right here broke at some point in time. Luckily, the one on the 5-bottom is good, so don't have to worry about it. Like I said, they both seem to be in halfway decent shape, at least parts-wise. There's not too much to worry about there. We'll have to, this is not a project that's going to get done in the next week, much less probably even the next year. There, I do getting them off the trailer. I was trying to do a video of getting them off the trailer, and the 4066 will easily pick up the 4-bottom. It has all it wants with the 5-bottom. Basically full RPM. Just working as hard as it wants to get it up off the trailer. So that was, at least I got it off the trailer. That was exciting. And the other thing that I bought, we'll walk over here. I've been looking for one of these for a while. I bought a grapple / rock bucket for the 4066, skid steer style. I don't know who made it. This was one of those things that I've been looking for them. And you know, it's really hard to spend a lot of money on a really good quality attachment. You know, for example, this John Deere bucket right here has a replaceable cutting edge. The steel is thicker. But at the same time, this bucket now is probably, oh gosh, I bet you if you bought this right now, you'd probably be looking at $1,700 plus bucks or more. You know, I priced out a couple of really good branded, like MDS, what's the other one? Paladin, some of the buckets, like the rock buckets like that. And, you know, by the time you add a grapple to them, you're talking about $4,000, $5,000. I priced that was almost $6,500 for for a rock bucket. Granted, it was a 2-inch rock bucket. I mean, it was heavy duty. I mean, there was a lot of steel in it. Meanwhile, I paid $850 for this 74-inch one at auction. So I think I said $850, right? Yeah. So it seems to work okay. I played around with it a little bit, picked up a tree with it, went down to the pond to dig some rocks out and got a little pile of rocks. I'll try to throw that picture in there. You know, so overall, you know, we're going to see how long it lasts. I mean, for $850, you get what you pay for. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to break something on it and have to either fix it or just scrap it. Cause I'm pretty rough on cheap attachments. I've got a Tomahawk 78-inch just plain Jane bucket that I bought in March of 2020. And basically that bucket, it already has, it's already got a bend in the bottom of the bucket. So, you know, overall, it's fine. I mean, it was $400 then. Probably even more now, but it was $400 then. I mean, I've gotten my service out of it. I'm not complaining for the price tag, but it's a whole hell of a lot cheaper than the Worksite Pro L72 heavy duty bucket from Deere. But the Deere bucket, I mean, it weighs more. It's a lot more solid. It's not going to bend in the middle. So, and a couple little, you know, you get what you pay for. I mean, the bolts holding it together, I mean, they're just threaded bolts. It's not pins or anything. You know, everything's quite a bit, you know, everything's loose. The hydraulic lines are kind of just dangling out there, but that's okay. I mean, for the price point, it's what I wanted. So we're going to try it out. And if I really like a rock bucket and it's that handy, I'll sell this one and we will, and then I'll go buy a really good high quality one and spend the money to do it. So that's only 3 things that I bought at the auction. Not anything, you know, not a lot of small items or anything. There were, but I actually bought these on proxy bid and then went and picked them up. The auction was still going on when I left, so I just didn't have enough time to kind of play around this morning at the auction. Plus I have so much stuff right now. I mean, it's just absolutely jam-packed full. So I got this crate right here. I mean, just between the 730, the 720, I've got all the mowers out. The other building is completely full. I mean, I'm just trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. And I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff that you've probably seen on the channel that I no longer have. The 42 hydraulic tiller is gone because I replaced it with the tiller on the 4066 681. That was probably a couple videos ago. The Buford bucket is gone. I sold it. It is gone. The 45 loader, this was left a while back, but that spare 45 loader, it's gone. And then I have sold all kinds of parts and pieces and stuff like that. I've gotten rid of a lot of junk machines, taken almost 7,000 pounds to scrap. I mean, we are in major cleanup mode, and that's one of the reasons I haven't done a lot of videos recently, is I have just been so busy trying to make sense of this mess. We're getting ready for a garage sale. So this is a lot of stuff that just doesn't really matter, but you know, we're getting rid of a garage sale. I mean, you can kind of see in there just a bunch of random junk. I mean, toolboxes, grinders, stuff like that. Stuff that I've picked up at an auction over the years that, you know, it came as a box lot. It just needs to go. I mean, just absolutely needs to go. I have to reclaim some space in here. So if I'm going to add some more machines, but I think that's about it. I've jabbered now for 10 minutes, so that's what I've been up to, and I will try to get back to regular videos as I start to clean stuff up. The Alice WD right there, that'll probably be in some upcoming videos. I've got some tilling videos that I need to do. The tiller works absolutely fantastic. Love it. I just absolutely love it. We've done a few projects with it already. I've been doing those in the evenings after work, and I just haven't had time to film those. So hopefully we'll get back to it. I need to do, we're almost at 90 hours on the X758, so I'm going to need to do a 100-hour review on the X758. So there's stuff to do around here. But that's what I've been up to. So thanks for watching.